Hello buddy, it's Firefox Beast here, and today I was just kind of scrolling through YouTube, doing my thing, trying to watch some of my daily Markiplier, right? Well, I got kind of bored and decided to start jamming out to some pumped up kicks, and so I found it and started listening to it, right? Well, about the time they start telling about how Robert's gonna take his dad's gun and shoot up the school, I look over and I notice a video titled Evan, and it was posted by a channel called Sandy Hook Promise about 2 years ago. And so I start thinking to myself, hey Tim, wasn't that the school that was shot up a while back? So being the sadistic little white kid that I am, I clicked on it. I started watching it, and without spoiling too much, this video was complete and utter dog shit. I'm not even kidding, guys. They tried to send a message about how to spot and stop a school shooter, but they just really completely missed the mark with this one. Don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing the victims of this school shooting. I feel terrible about what happened there. I'm just saying that if you're gonna make a video about how to spot a school shooter, don't base it on the stereotype. Otherwise, me and a couple of my friends would have already been probably marked as potential school shooters, and no, I'm not joking about that. I like guns, and I usually don't talk to people, which is basically what this video is telling you a school shooter does. So I've decided to sit down and watch a video with you guys and tell you everything that I found wrong with it. So without much more introduction, here it is. Also, there are spoilers in this video, not that any of you care because everybody already knows how Evan ends by this point. Now, with a keen eye, you'll notice that this kid in the background is reading a gun magazine. He's the school shooter, in case you were wondering. Now, normally, when you walk by a kid reading a gun magazine, your first thought isn't that, wow, that kid must be a school shooter. Or at least mine isn't. My first thought is, wow, that kid must really be into guns. But what this video is trying to tell you is that because this kid is reading a gun magazine, he has to be a school shooter. Now, they don't reveal this until the end of the video, but I'm not going to show the end of the video because I'm afraid Sandy Hook Promise will shove a copyright claim right up my ass. But that's besides the point. The point is that any kid can like guns without being a school shooter. Imagine that. Now, moving on to my next point.
I got some news today from the radio man. He spoke the words somber and as softly as he can. The world stood still.
This time, if you look in the background, you'll see the same kid, but this time he's just chilling out trying to listen to his music and do his homework. And it just so happens that a girl walks up and tries to talk to him. He proceeds to flip her off and put his headphones on. Now, the video will tell you at the end that him being antisocial is a very surefire way to know he's going to shoot up the school. Now, first of all, I don't know how giving someone the middle finger and not wanting to talk to them is an example of being antisocial. Don't even get me started on that. This kid could easily just be having a bad day, Second, being antisocial is not a way to tell if someone is going to shoot up the school. I know plenty of antisocial kids in my school that would never even think of shooting up the school. You know how? Most of them sit at my lunch table, and I've actually gotten to know a lot of them pretty well. And it just so happens they're really nice people. So before you go off and make assumptions like that, make sure you actually have some evidence to base those assumptions on. Alright, moving on to my next point.
And the sky opened up. I made my way to fill up my coffee cup. Then it occurred to me as the daylight sky shone blue, today's the day that Johnny met June.
This time in the background, our friendly neighborhood school shooter is watching a video about guns. I know it's hard to see, but trust me, he is. Now, my main gripe with this one is that at the end of the video, they'll try to tell you that this kid had to be a school shooter because he was watching a video about guns. Now, granted, watching a video about guns probably isn't the best thing to do in a school library, but just because someone is doing it doesn't make them a school shooter, guys. In fact, I've sat in the library at my school and watched videos about guns before, not because I'm a school shooter, but because I'm actually just into guns. My main point here being, watching gun videos at school does not make someone a school shooter. End of discussion. Alright, next point. Alright, this is one of the clips that I'm actually okay with. If someone posts a picture on Instagram of them pointing a gun at the camera with the caption, "See you at school," the police gotta come in and give this kid a good old-fashioned shake-up, A good talking to, if you will. Although I did find two things wrong with this clip, and the first one was how the bloody flippin' hell did this kid manage to get a real pistol? It's obviously not fake, or else it would be one of those orange thingies around the end of the barrel. And two, how the fucking hell did this post go unnoticed long enough for this guy to actually carry out the school shooting? I mean, come on, man. I guess this town's got a whole police force sitting at the station with their dicks in their hands. I guess that's all for this point. Next!
He waited a while. He knew that he would. He was gonna hang around here.
So in this clip, we see our Dylan Klebold wannabe being bullied over here by the lockers. Now, at the end of this video, they'll tell you that being bullied means that you're gonna shoot up the school. Not only is this offensive to kids that get bullied, it's also making a huge ungrounded assumption. I mean, imagine when people saw this video and said to themselves, oh, I'd better watch out for that little Billy at my school because he's getting bullied right now and I don't want to get one of my balls shot off, instead of going up to help him. I mean, for God's sake, man, I used to get bullied and I find this completely retarded. I didn't shoot up the school, nor did I even think about doing it. The only thing this clip does is make kids that are getting bullied feel worse about themselves. So I'd appreciate it if you would cut that fucking bullshit out, please. Because that's what it is. Bullshit. Next.
For as long as it could, the days went by.
So this one, I'm kind of partial on myself. Part of me wants to say that this clip is okay, while the other part of me wants to criticize it. So I'm gonna do both. On the one hand, pretending to shoot your teachers with a hand gesture could be considered a harmless little expression of anger or angst towards the teacher. But on the other hand, it could be considered a sign that violence will soon come. So I'm not gonna comment any more on this. I'll just let you guys sort it out in the comments and tell me what you guys think, okay? Well, that's all the video really has to say about ways to spot a school shooter. The rest of the video is basically just him shooting up the school and the video telling you about all the signs that you would have normally missed had yours truly not completely taken a shit on them. So tell me what you guys think down in the comments below, and be sure to give this video a like and share it with the world to get the word out. Also, be sure to subscribe if you're new here. So I guess that's all from me. I'll see you guys later. Bye!